Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild. If you tuned into the live stream yesterday, you already know what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about the great one that we got recently. But I decided to not just make it about the great one, but we're also going to be using the 308 bolt-action rifle to hunt some whitetail deer, because I've seen a lot of requests for use of the 308 in these videos, and I figured this would be the perfect opportunity since we did take that great one with the 308. So without further ado, let's start popping these whitetail. We're going to use the beautiful bolt-action 308. This thing does honestly look amazing. I love the iron sights as well as just the whole design of the rifle. The only reason I never really use it is because we already have a 308 that is a semi-automatic AR, which is just in general a little bit of a better option if you are grinding. And that is primarily what I do, is grinding here on the channel, so I tend to lean towards the 308 AR, but this is still a very solid rifle for deer hunting, and it's got a really amazing reload animation as well. If you guys watched the last great one that we got, not even a week ago at this point, it's been less than a week since our last great one whitetail, you guys will probably remember that I was doing my best to try and figure out if great ones were affected by herd management. I've been trying to do that ever since we stopped doing it. I really want to know because it's one of the biggest questions throughout the community. And, well, with this grind being our shortest one since we stopped doing it, I definitely think that as of now, things are looking to be the same regardless of what way you grind. With this grind being only 540 kills to get this great one whitetail, I really do think that we have virtually the same pattern as we did when we were using herd management now. Before, we were still getting very similar kill counts, but we hadn't got a super short grind yet. But this was the short grind that we needed, and now if we look at them side by side or back to back, the pattern is looking very, very similar across our herd management grinds, and now these 4 grinds that we have done without it. And it's honestly awesome to see this unfolding because a lot of people discredit anybody's trophies if they use herd management. A lot of people discredit any great ones that people get with it because they think that it's affected by herd management. But so far, I really don't think that is the case. We've obviously seen a lot of different results from different people, no matter what they're doing. And as I said in the last video, I'm not going to go into it too deeply because we've already gone into it much deeper in the last video that we had a great one in. So I won't get super deep into it. But as I said last time, you're going to see a lot of varying opinions and results from different people using the same methods across the community because there's a lot of RNG that goes into this game, and a lot of people's results will be very different than somebody else who may be doing the exact same thing. But from what we've done, and the longer we go on, I am really seeing no differences between when we used it and when we stopped doing it. The only difference really is the diamond count, which that is something that we can all agree on. Like I said, it was just going to be a quick little touch-up on that. Let's continue hunting with the 308 now and just see how this thing does from different angles on these whitetail. It's looking like it's actually doing really amazing, which I kind of expected. The 308 AR is one of my favorite guns in the whole game, so it's natural that this thing is going to do just as well in the penetration and damage department. And that, unfortunately, was our first bad shot, but I was kind of asking for it there. Though, we might have actually got spines, so I guess it wasn't all bad. And honestly, one of the things that was even crazier about this great one showing up is, well, a few different things. Not only was this one of our quickest grinds throughout the entire time we've played Call of the Wild and hunted for whitetail deer for the great one whitetail, I believe it was within the top 5 of the 20 great one whitetail we have in terms of speed. And so that was really awesome to see. But this was also off of a really bad dry streak. I had gone about 200 kills without getting a diamond or a great one. And then after about 200 kills, like I just said, we ended up getting a diamond to show up, and literally 2 zones later, the great one was in his drink zone just waiting for us. And then there was also one more thing, a third thing that made this a really special and amazing grind, is the fact that this is the very first time I've ever got this rack combination. It wasn't just your normal great one whitetail. This thing was 50% the cluster rack and 50% the drop tine rack, which I've never got one that looked like that. So this was a very amazing and special moment to go through. First time I've ever got that great one rack, and at this point, that's a rarity. We've got pretty much every combination. The only thing we're missing now is the typical rack, which is Easily the rarest one. Hopefully very soon we will finally bring that search to an end. As a lot of you probably know by now, that is the whole reason I continue grinding whitetail, besides wanting to see the differences between HM versus non-HM. I also just really badly want the typical rack. It's my favorite rack, and I do not have one as of now. But we're making a push to try and get it, and at this point, we've got pretty much every other rack combination that you could possibly imagine. That also reminds me, while I'm thinking about it, let's show the total kills we've had on whitetail, because I believe we just got over 29,000, if I am not mistaken, or very close. We are around 29,000 harvests for whitetail deer, which is definitely not a small number. That is a lot of hours that have gone into reaching that number, and a lot of trophies that we have found along the way. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. There is a few bucks down range. A couple of them are decent sized level 2s, but nothing too impressive. So we're just going to go for kind of whatever gives us the best shots. We've got a couple here. Let's just get him and him as well. Beautiful. The 308 is a lot of fun. And to be honest, I think you can actually cycle through shots quicker than you can with the 7mm and the 338. I believe this is the fastest firing rifle in the weapon pack, which is pretty cool. I guess it kind of needed to be since it was the weakest of the three. Wow, so that right there was actually a spine shot, and I mean, it still took it down really quickly. That's nice to see. I'm curious if we got a good shot on this other one. I think we would have had to, since it did go down quicker. Or maybe I was seeing things, because I actually do not see this deer anywhere. That's a little bit of a problem, and in fact, there is the blood right there. I guess that must have been 2 spine shots. Okay, there we go. There is another whitetail going down. Usually with this zone, I try to leave at least 1 buck because I know for a fact there is a solo doe, as well as a herd that usually has 4 bucks and 1 doe, which is honestly a pretty crazy combination of deer. But it's one of the few zones that's like that, so I really have to be careful what I'm shooting. I have to make sure there's always at least 1 buck that gets left behind. Let's go ahead and grab this one. This was definitely the best shot. We got stomach, liver, and right lung. And I mean, do I even need to say more? The 308's always been really good at just getting through the deer and hitting pretty much everything that you could possibly want it to hit. It's unfortunate that the bolt action probably won't get as much use as the AR does just because of the fire rate. But it still is a very awesome rifle, and it can still be very useful. There's still a good chance you'll be able to get 2 deer down with it before they spook off, so I guess there really isn't too much of a difference in terms of the amount of deer you can take down between the bolt action and the AR. Obviously, the AR is going to do better in situations where they stay there long enough to kill 3, just because you can fire quicker, but overall, the 308 bolt action's not that bad. But as always, leave your opinions in a comment down below, and I will try to respond to as many of them as I can. Let me know what you think of the 308 bolt action, and if you like the rack on our most recent great one, because we are going to go ahead and show that right now. So let's jump straight into it with Moose.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for, at least. Ooh, that might be a diamond.
I was just like looking at my Yukon and how I want to tent it, and I was like, nah, not right now. Not today.
Yeah, Yukon crazy.
For mooses. Ooh. They're so spread out.
261.
Ooh, that's a diamond. Where's the great one? Oh, hey, great one! Oh my gosh! Let's go!
Let's
Oh,
go,
no
dude.
way!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh,
You're
it's a
the
50-50 right. Oh no, it's the ugly 50-50, but I don't care.
Is that the
Oh no.
It is. It's the same one KC got.
Are
Oh
you
my
kidding
gosh,
me?
dude,
Dang,
dude, that's sub 700 kills. Oh my gosh, no way! Oh no way!
Congrats, man.
Oh my gosh, that's insanity. Thank you.
Where are your lucky charms, dude? What can I say?
Apparently, every
Holy
time I'm in
cow.
chat with you guys, we get a great one.
I gotta
Yeah,
go.
that's
Awesome. I gotta go hunt some bears.
Yeah, go hunt some bears right now. Get yourself a great one bear. Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy? This run, I got the first diamond I've had in 300 kills, and then this guy's in the next zone.
That's awesome.
Or 2 zones after. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that big boy.
Are you gonna save them for stream?
Oh, it's a great one.
Watch another one walk in.
Yeah, I think
That
this
would
one
be
I
freaking
will.
funny.
I think I will save this. Actually, it's a little bit late to go live now. I think I might save this for the stream. Look at that weird looking buck. So we're going to try and get close to him, get some good looks at him. Look at him. That is so cool. Great One goes camping. Definitely looks like he wants to go camping. I'm going to take this time to get lots of pictures as well because I really want to get some good photos for screenshots. Or for thumbnails. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful he is. I'm so glad this little tree hides me. Otherwise, there's no way we'd be able to get this close to take these pics. Look at that. I really want to get a super close-up. If you're hidden the whole time, you can get up to 8 meters. We're going to see if we can get to 8 meters and take some pictures from there. Well, we'll have to go to like 10. If we get to 8, he'll spook. We're still hidden, so this is nice. The one place on Layton where I'm actually hidden through all these bushes. I swear there's so many times at different parts of the map where I try to sneak up and just can't. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna run at him. Okay, we got a nice pick there. Nice. That's a decent pick. I think I should hopefully be able to angle it into a... Yeah, we're definitely not... We're not that quartered. I think it should be good. Let's get our dog to lay down. Can we get this? I'm assuming the shot hits about where the red front sight is. Where the red on the front side is. We got him! There we go! Oh my gosh. That was quite the stalk. Let's go, guys. Great One, whitetail on the ground. And it's a unique one as well. We'll see. What is he gonna score? 409, look at that guy. What a buck, man. What a buck. That is awesome. 409.72. Crazy. 103.96 kgs. You know, I feel like typical rack could be close to that weight. Man, we keep getting them that are just... We keep getting great ones that are so close to possibly being the typical rack. And then we're just barely off. You know, as we're using this rifle in this video, I'm actually really starting to get kind of a new love for this thing. It's actually pretty satisfying to use, and the sound is growing on me as well. I've said multiple times that this was my least favorite rifle in the pack, and that I did not like the way it sounded because it sounded too much like the 30-06 Eckers, but honestly, it's not too bad. I'm enjoying it. And I think, most notably, I love the sound that it makes whenever you cycle the bolt to get a new round in there. It actually sounds really clean, and I like that. I guess I probably should have mentioned this before I showed the clip of the Great One, but I was once again in Discord chilling with everybody when it ended up showing up. At this point, I feel like I just need to sit in there whenever I'm grinding, because it seems like that brings the Great Ones. That's 2 times in a row where I was hanging out and we got a Great One to show up while I was just chilling and chatting with everybody, so that's pretty incredible. It definitely is a wild thing to see. And I'm really hoping that we can get another one to show up very shortly. And you may have also noticed that it kind of transitioned from chatting with everybody to just being on stream. That's because I decided to not shoot it the second we spotted it, and instead wait until I went live. That way all of you could watch it live. And quite a few of you turned out. There was like 600 people watching us take it down, so a good bit of you have probably already seen that Great One at this point. But we decided to make it into a video as well for those of you that may have missed the live stream. Alright, so I think after running around a bit, I have finally found the order I want to put it. I decided to put this guy with all of our drop tine racks. We've had 3 drop tine racks, and they all look a little bit different. If you look closely, this is the more wide version of the rack. This one is a 50-50 of the wide version and the tight version, and then this one is the tight version of the rack, which, to To be honest, at first I never even knew that was a thing. I didn't know that each of these racks had different variations of them that could mix like this, which is really cool. But this guy is, he's definitely, I'd say, the best one to complete this wall, as it is 50% the drop tine and 50% the cluster rack. So that is really cool, and I like the way this wall has turned out, and I think, to be honest, we're probably never going to replace anything on that wall. And then I decided to move our half typical, half crown rack over here and turn this mount into both of the short racks and the Kinsko rack right here. So I think that is looking pretty good. And actually, I might have called this the crown rack. I meant the short rack and the typical rack in case I said it wrong. But either way, I think this layout is looking much better. Definitely loving the way this lodge has turned out. It's crazy to even be at a point where we can make a Great One Lodge. Back when the Great One first released, I never dreamed I'd even have one, let alone 29 Great Ones in total. And I'd love for that 30th to be a moose, but unfortunately those moose have been really stubborn lately. But I think whatever our next Great One ends up being, I'm going to share it with you guys, so stay tuned for whatever we can make our 30th Great One. It's crazy to say that we're even almost at 30 Great Ones. But thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a comment down below. Leave a like. If you're not subbed to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well. And also go ahead and click that notification bell so you guys can know exactly when I go live or post a video. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!